ready? Yes.
So I'm opening your mic. Be careful what you're saying. Right? That's for Ami.
Yes.
Welcome to Kenya. YouTube.
From Kenyatta National Hospital, infection prevention. Sikanyi, from Infection Prevention and Control Unit, which is under the Healthcare Quality Division at Kenyatta National Hospital. Today, the 5th of May, 2023, we are celebrating the World Hand Hygiene Day. That is very important, and it is a day that is celebrated worldwide by everybody because hand hygiene is very important in our communities because it helps in reduction of that may be in the hospitals and also in our about the importance of hand hygiene, and we also show them on how to do hygiene technique that so that we can prevent transmission to the other, from one place to the other. And we do this by educating our community as well. At the end of the day, the staff, that is why it is important to all them, and they become part of the community. Therefore, we have 5 very important moments of hand hygiene that are taken care of, and we have 2 befores and we have 3 after moments. And the first moment is very important. Organisms on our hands to and to our surfaces. So it is before touching our patient. The other before is before a clean and aseptic technique. That is any procedure we are important to ensure that we have done hand hygiene. And then there are 3 after moments. After we have touched our patients, it is important for us to clean our hands so that whatever it is that we may have picked on our hands, we clean them and ensure that our hands have been left clean. After we have touched any body fluid, that is sweat, the urine of a patient, the blood in case we are doing any procedure, then we are supposed to clean our hands and ensure that they are clean. The last after is when we leave the patient's environment, and this one entails to all, not only the staffs, even our community. When they come in to see our patients, it's very important for you to clean your hands. We have the technique which we follow when we are doing our hand hygiene. That is going to help us be able to ensure that we have reduced any microorganisms that we may have carried on our hands. and we are going to be shown how to do it. That is why it is very important. Kenyatta National, we actually have hand hygiene facilities at every entrance so that we encourage our community as well as when they are coming into our hospital to ensure that they have cleaned their hands. And we also encourage them on their way out that they clean their hands. So we have 3 facilities in the hospital. This is our first one that is next to. We also have another entrance at the end to the clinics where we are getting into the clinics. We have another hand hygiene facility. And the third facility is at on the other side of the hospital where people are coming from the university and the KMTC side. We have another hand hygiene facility so that we encourage everybody coming into the hospital to ensure that they have done the hand hygiene. So we are going to be shown the technique on how we are going to wash our hands, because you can either use soap and water, running water, or you can use a sanitizer to be able to do our hand hygiene. The technique is the same. The only difference is you're either using soap and running water or using the sanitizer. So I'm going to call upon Carol to come and do the hand hygiene technique. And our theme this day is accelerating action together. So this means that it involves everybody. So we encourage to do that to save lives. How do we save lives? By ensuring that our hands are clean. So Carol Nyaga is going to take us through the hand hygiene technique. Welcome, Carol. Continue talking and she does the demo. I thought that she does the demo.
Oh,
that is what they have said.
That is even better.
Yeah.
So let's just hide it back. Everyone can speak for knowing.
To take the steps that we need to follow to be able to ensure that our hands have been properly cleaned and the microorganisms have been reduced as much as possible, because 80% of all microorganisms are transmitted through our hands. So Carol is going to take us through every step of the hand hygiene procedure. The first step, Carol, show us the soap, water. So the first thing is to open the tap, and second step is she uses soap and water. Yes, she is rubbing her hand. She has to use friction to ensure that the hand hygiene procedure, it is well done and it reduces the microorganisms. So she has to cover every part of her hand when she's doing the hand wash. So she starts with the back of her hands. She actually scrubs, yes, and in between the fingers. And what she does to the left hand, she also does to the right hand. So she has to interchange the hands. And then she goes to her palms, opens her fingers. Yes, that is the next step. And then continue, Carol. She has to clean the depression on her palms to ensure that they have also been well cleaned on both hands. From there, she has to clean her knuckles and her nail beds by rubbing. She interlocks her fingers, does to the right and changes to the left hand as well. And then she has to clean her thumb as well to ensure that anything that has been left out on the thumb that may not have been touched, she has cleaned it well. Yes, she has changed to the other hand. And then, since she's having a ring on, she must ensure that she has moved her ring up and down when she's cleaning, so that any microorganisms that may have been hidden under the ring have been removed. And then she will end up with her wrist. So those are all the steps that are taken when you are doing the hand hygiene. She will rinse out her hands. She's rinsing out the soap from her hands. After she has finished, then she will dry her hands using disposable hand towel, which is supposed to be a single use, and she will throw it into the dustbin. It is very important to ensure that you have covered every part of your hand when you're doing the hand hygiene. And whatever you do to the left hand, you must ensure that you have done it to the right hand as well. And use friction, and that is what is going to make it very clean. Those are the steps that we have to use, whether you're at home or you're in the hospital. Ensure you have followed all. Soap and water takes 1 minute, and when you are using the hand sanitizer, you only need 30 seconds. So that is going to save lives. Clean your hands, save lives. Oh, I thought you had both. So we are going to do, we are go around the hospital as well. Our staffs, hands. So we shall go to the clinics. And as you can see, we are having clients who are coming to leave the hospital. They are using our hand facilities, and that is the importance of having them there. So we shall go and see where in the clinics as well, where they are going to continue doing their hand hygiene. We are going to encourage them. Yes, you see, as they come in, they continue doing their hand hygiene. And this is encouraged as they come into the hospital and as they are leaving. So we are going to sensitize staffs and our clients, whether we inside the hospital. So as we shall visit Clinic 17 and see how they are going on, and we continue with our sensitization. So this is